Let's play Shaman's Journey. We have to find out what happens in the other world. To do that, we need to go to the beach at midnight. And when we get there, we find a strange totem pole and hit it with a stick. As soon as we do that, a giant blue butterfly appears and transports us to the other world. This place is amazing. There are floating islands everywhere, and the ground beneath our feet is made of clouds. As we continue to walk further into this world, we come across a gigantic tree, and its roots lead us deep into the earth. Maybe we can climb this tree to get a better view of the world around us. But then we hear a loud roar and see a giant bird flying through the sky. It's so big that its shadow covers the entire landscape. Just then, the shaman appears and tells us that the giant bird is called Thunderbird and is very dangerous. If he sees us, we will be in trouble. To hide from him, we must enter his lair. The shaman shows us where the entrance is hidden behind a waterfall. When we get closer to it, we hear the Thunderbird flapping its wings and making a lot of noise. As we walk further into its lair, we find a small opening where we can crawl through. The shaman warns us not to touch anything inside because everything here belongs to the Thunderbird. On the other side of the opening, we find ourselves in a huge cave filled with all kinds of treasures. There are precious stones everywhere, and even a golden egg in the middle of the room. According to the shaman, the cave is protected by many traps, and we have to be careful not to set them off. As we move further into the cave, we hear chains dragging metal. Suddenly, a trap door opens up, and a spike shoots out towards us. Quickly, we jump over it just in time, as another one pops up in its place. There are spikes coming out of the ground all over the cave, and we have to keep moving or they will hit us. The shaman throws a smoke bomb, and that distracts the giant bird long enough for us to find an exit out of the cave. Outside, the shaman takes us to a high place so we can see the entire world around us. He explains that there are 3 worlds in total: the upper, middle, and lower. We are currently in the middle one, which is full of water. In the lower world, everything is made of stone, and in the upper one, everything is made of air. Unfortunately, the shaman has to return to his own world now, but he gives us a magic amulet that will allow us to fly. With that, we can travel to any place we want in this world. Then we say goodbye to the shaman and decide to explore this new world on our own. To get to the upper world, we have to find a tall mountain with a flat top. We think we found one, but before we can start climbing, some warriors appear and tell us that we are not allowed to go there. They won't let us pass unless we can beat them in a fight. Well, we're not going to back down from a challenge, so we accept their offer. The first warrior throws his spear at us, but we dodge and hit him back. Another one tries to attack us with his sword, but we block and kick him away. One of them casts a spell at us, but we counter it with our magic staff. Even though we are outnumbered, we manage to defeat all of them, and as a reward, the warriors lead us to the entrance of the upper world. This place is incredible. Everything is made out of pure white clouds and light. It feels like walking on air. As we continue through this world, we find an old woman sitting on a rock. She tells us that she is the guardian of this world and wants to test us to see if we are worthy of entering. She asks us to bring her the 4 sacred pearls in exchange for letting us pass. The pearls are said to be hidden in the 4 corners of this world, so that's exactly what we do. We search the entire world until we find all 4 pearls. Then we bring them back to the old woman, who is very happy with our offering. She lets us pass, and we finally reach the upper world. But then suddenly the ground starts shaking, and the old woman reveals her true form. She's actually a giant eagle who tells us that her name is Sky Woman. She explains that she was cursed by a witch and turned into an eagle. The only way to break the curse is to bring her the 5 sacred feathers hidden somewhere in the upper world. Of course, we agree to help her, and she rewards us with a magic ring that will give us special powers. With that, we set out to find all 5 feathers. Our journey takes us through many dangerous places, but luckily we have our magic staff to defend ourselves. Along the way, we find an old man who tells us that he is the keeper of the eastern wind and challenges us to a race. He says that if we beat him, he will give us one of the sacred feathers. Without hesitation, we accept, and the race begins. At first, the old man pulls ahead, but we use our magic staff to catch up. When we get closer to the finish line, he turns around and summons powerful whirlwinds to try and stop us. But we use our staff to break the whirlwinds and pass him. The old man is impressed and hands over the feather. He also gives us a magic necklace that will enhance our powers. With that, we continue our journey until we meet the Keeper of the South, a giant lizard, who also challenges us to a race. Again, We accept and the competition begins. This time we use our magic ring to gain super speed and easily outrun the lizard. He is amazed by our abilities and gives us the second feather. He also rewards us with a magic bracelet that will increase our strength. Next we encounter the Keeper of the West, a huge snake who also challenges us to a contest, but this time it's a battle of wits rather than speed. The snake asks us riddles, and we have to answer correctly to win. After several minutes, we successfully solve all his riddles and receive the third feather. As a prize, the snake gives us a magic anklet that will sharpen our senses. Finally, we find the Keeper of the North, an enormous bird who also challenges us to a race. We use our combined powers from all the relics to defeat him and get the last 2 feathers. The bird is impressed by our abilities and gives us the 4th feather. For the 5th one, we have to find it on our own. Luckily, we spot it on top of a nearby mountain. Now that we have all 5 feathers, we hurry back to Sky Woman, who is very happy to have them. She breaks her curse and turns back into her true form, an old woman once again. She thanks us for our help and gives us the final reward, the Staff of the Sky Woman. With this, we can control the very elements of the upper world, and that concludes our adventure in Shaman's journey to find out what happens in the other world. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.